What's up, beautiful people? My name is Sable and welcome to my channel, Curls with CPA, where I take you on this perfectly imperfect journey and I give you the tools to tame them tresses. So today I'm just doing a little intro because we're gonna get into these wash and go tips. But before I give you the tips, I gotta give you the tea, okay? So what prompted me to do this video was okay, transparent moment. I have to like build up the courage. So what prompted me to do this video was my last wash and go video. As I was watching it and editing it, I'm ashamed to say this out loud, but I was a little embarrassed. And I don't know why. Like, I was watching the footage and my hair came out fine, but it was like the first time me like watching myself do a wash and go, and I couldn't take it. Like, I was low-key judging myself. And I almost did not share that video, but I decided to take my feelings of embarrassment and kind of put on my lens of constructive criticism and just pinpoint the things that I did not like about that video. Like, what were the things that made me cringe? What advice could I give to the peoples that they don't make the same mistakes that I make? You know, these are not all my wash and go tips. These are just the tips that were just influenced by me watching my video and cringing a little bit, which I'll talk about some more in the actual video. But as I do more wash and goes, I'll give you guys more tips and tricks, but we're gonna focus on these for today. Before we get into the video, y'all already know. Y'all should know by now what I'm about to say. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and punch that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. And now that we've partaked of the tea, let's get into these tips. While I was watching the footage, I was like kind of cringing. Oh. I feel like every other video there's like a transparent moment. But like, I was really like, not concerned, but like kind of worried, because I was just like, yo, this does not look like most of the YouTube wash and go techniques videos that I've seen. My hair ain't dry. I parted my hair all late, maybe caught some frizz. I was like, well, I'm embarrassed. And I mean, I even went to the extent of like filming a whole nother video using someone else's method that I've seen many a times, and my hair didn't come out the way I like. And so I like put the cream in my hair, I brushed it out, and you know, worked in the gel, and my hair did not come out the way I wanted it to. Granted, it's beautiful, it's big, it's fluffy, whatever, but this wash and go is not going to last, okay? This is going to go into a puff probably tomorrow, right? And you just have to do what is best for you, okay? What is best for your lifestyle, what is best for your pockets. Hello. And the truth of the matter is, this is how most of my wash and goes go. I am always in a rush to do my hair. Like, I take my sweet time in the washing process. When it's time to style, I have no minutes, okay? Like, I'm like, throw the product on, throw on the gel, sit under the dryer, do whatever work I need to do, and get up out of the house, okay? But me trying to like fit into this mold that nobody asked me to fit into, it was just, it was a hot mess, okay? And so I say all that to say, this is how I do my wash and goes most of the time. When you guys are like commenting on my pictures on Instagram and you're like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good. This is the result of that lazy wash and go method. If I'm not rushing, I probably will separate each section into like 2 or 3, but the method is still the same. I'm putting on the cream, laying it on thick, putting on the gel or whatever styler that I'm using for hold. And that's it, guys. I don't always have the time to spend with defining every single curl. And I know most of you don't have the time to do that either, okay? So after I got over the wash and go YouTube peer pressure, I came up with some tips that I think that anybody can use to make their wash and goes better. So tip number 1 is to part your hair before putting in any styling products. It will save you the heartache and pain that I had to go through to try and part my hair after putting in every product. But say you forget, that's okay, just leave it alone and then just part your hair after your hair dries. Now to help me out, what I like to do is, if I'm not sure where I want to have my part, I just make sure that the front, I kind of pre-part it. So of course I'll start with my middle part, but then as I'm doing like the sides, like say you see how this is parted, this is kind of like a forever part. So I'll part it here and then I'll like apply the product right here, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. So that way if I want to wear my hair on this side, it's kind of already pre-parted and clumped in that way. Or if I want to do it the other side, it's already pre-parted and clumped. That's something that I do when I'm just not sure, because I kind of always end up going to a side part anyways. So I just kind of try to make my life easier and pre-plan for that. Tip number 2. Try to start off on pre-detangled hair. Now finger detangling is best. If you just only finger detangle, your curls will be amazing. But if you need a hair tool, I would say to use it in the deep conditioning process. Now, as you guys already know, if you watch any of my other videos, I like to be detangling throughout the whole process. Like when I start off in the shower, when I wet my hair, I'm lightly finger detangling. As I'm shampooing, I'm lightly finger detangling. Conditioner, that's where the detangling happens, because what ends up happening is the tension from using the brush kind of stretches out your curls and it alters your curl pattern. And so if you're someone who struggles to get curls, if you're like, yo, my hair was curly in the beginning and by the end it's just kind of poofy and my wash and go doesn't work, maybe try only finger detangling, or like doing like a deep, like serious detangling using like a pre-poo. You know, like you just kind of have to try and see what works for you. Now there are 2 exceptions to that rule. One, if you are a person that like your curl pattern is looser and you need the brush to get your curls to pop, then by all means, yes, use your brush. The other exception is if you're planning to shingle your hair, because you cannot shingle hair that is mildly detangled. Like your hair needs to be detangled like piece by piece, okay? And so that is a method that I use for this. Except I didn't really shingle. I kind of raked and worked the product in. But as you can see, because I used the brush, my hair is definitely not as curly as it usually is. Tip number 3, work that product in, especially that first product. Get that into your strands. Make sure your hair absorbs it. Make sure you got them curls popping. Because I mean, you noticed in the video, there were sections of my hair where the product was just sitting, and those were the parts of my hair that were not dry when I was ready to go to work, okay? So just kind of, if you have the time, you just work that product in, and if you need a little help, just make sure that you add water. That water will definitely help to distribute the product. But it is important to work that product in, okay? And most importantly, do what works for you. If you get better results by using less product, use less product. If you get better results by using a different method, use a different method. We get so caught up with what other YouTubers are doing sometimes that we don't even take inventory to see, well, what does my hair need? At the end of the day, I'm here to give you tips and tell you what's working for me, but you have to tweak it and tailor these methods and these products to your own hair needs, but then also your own lifestyle. And to be real, I think lifestyle is the element that gets overlooked the most. Like, everyone does not have time to shingle their hair, you know? And I'm only saying shingling because we're talking about wash and goes, and I think that's one of the methods that takes the longest. I mean, when I go to the natural hair salon and they shingle my hair, it is gorgeous, but I pay them to do that because I don't have the time to do it for myself, and frankly, I also need practice. Girl needs practice because it's not a method that I use often because I don't have the time. I can't believe that I was actually low-key, high volume, embarrassed, just ashamed to show you guys my wash go routine. And the funny thing is, there was nothing wrong with the way I did my hair until I was actually watching it. At the end of the day, this is my journey. I am just taking you guys along with me. And you know, this is my perfectly imperfect journey. So yeah. So if you don't take anything else from this video, remember to do what works for you. Do you, boo-boo. And subscribe to my channel and punch the notification bell so you know when I upload my not so lazy washing a routine. Oh man, guys, thank you for watching my video, enduring my craziness, my rants, all that. I'm going to go now, but don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm sending you all peace, love, and good vibes. Bye.